You know what? This time of year, I really love stuffing mix because it gives you the feeling of Thanksgiving, even though it's not quite Thanksgiving yet. So today we're making 3 different recipes using stuffing mix, and then it'll give you that comfort feeling perfect for the fall leading up to the holiday season. Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. I would like to thank Seed for sponsoring a portion of today's video. I will tell you more about them a little later. The first one we're making is a turkey and stuffing casserole. If you don't have turkey on hand, you could definitely do chicken, but I went to the grocery store and was able to find some turkey tenderloins, which is what we're gonna use today. And we're going to make this mostly in the crock pot. We're gonna cook the turkey in the crock pot. We'll finish it up in the oven. Let's get started. So we're getting this started a little late in the day for us, but if you are thinking about making this would be perfect to put in the crock pot before you go to work or church. So let's get started on the gravy first. I've got a couple of cans of soup. I've got cream of celery and then also cream of chicken. These are gonna go here into this bowl. To one of our empty cans, we're gonna add some chicken broth. We're just gonna fill it up about halfway. Add that into the mixture. Our stuffing mix has seasonings already in it. So we're gonna go light with the sage, but we are gonna add just a little bit of sage to this mixture. Don't wanna overdo it. Now, let's just whisk this together. Let's add both of these turkey tenderloins to the bottom of a crock pot. Just gonna separate them out just a little bit. There we go. And now we're just gonna pour that soup mixture right over top. Like I mentioned, we put this in later in the day, so we're gonna put this on high, but if you're doing this like you're supposed to, at the beginning of the day, then you're gonna wanna do it on low for 4 to 6 hours. We're gonna do it on high for 2.5, 3 hours. It has been 2 hours and 20 minutes or so. Our turkey is done, so it's time to move on to the next step. First things first, let's preheat the oven. We're gonna preheat this to 425. You know, it's amazing when you really focus on your gut health, getting that in order, how many other things kind of just fall in line with that. And that's where today's sponsor comes in. Thank you to Seed for continuing to support my channel. Seed's DS-01 Daily Synbiotic is something that I have been taking for over a year now, every single morning. And I started taking it because I knew it was a probiotic plus a prebiotic, and I knew that I needed that for my gut health. But man, I did not expect to feel so great and for it to affect so many other parts of my life. Not only does it help my digestive health, it helps with gut immune function, cardiovascular health, dermatological health, my skin looks great, and it helps support natural production of vitamins like B9, B12, and folate. So by taking my probiotic prebiotic each day, I am improving so many other things in my life. And with so many probiotics and or prebiotics out there on the market, why choose Seed? I love it because of their 2-in-1 ViaCap technology. You just see the outer capsule, which has the prebiotic in it, but there's also an inner capsule that has the probiotic in it. And the reason they do that is so that the probiotic gets to where it needs to go, and it doesn't just dissolve early on and not give you the ultimate benefits. And the great thing is, this is the original glass bottle that I got over a year ago. So it's less waste. I'm not having to throw this out every month to get a new bottle. Every month I just get my refill in this home compostable bio-based pouch. Just tear this open, pour it in here, and I'm good to go. Also, when I got my first order and I got this glass jar, I also got this glass vial, and this is for travel. So when I go out of town, I just fill this up with my Seed, and I've got it for each morning. So if you've been contemplating trying Seed, now is the time to do it. Just go to the description box below, use that link, and use my code MANDY25 to get 25% off of your first month supply, plus you'll get free shipping. This really has been one of the best things I've done for my health, and I really think that you'll enjoy it too. Now, I've got 3 stalks of celery. We want these kind of finely diced, so I'm gonna use my handy dandy chopper. You know, you just work out a little aggression. It's kind of fun. All right, so it says we need a cup of diced celery. That's a little more than a cup, but we're gonna go with it. So I've got a large bag of stuffing mix here. This one is 16 ounces. I think the original recipe that we had seen online called for 14 ounces. But you know, it's gonna be fine. And we've kind of changed up everything anyway, so here we go. Let's dump that in here. Then we need about a half a cup of chicken broth. I may do just a little bit more since we're doing a little more stuffing mix. Okay, let's pour that in. Let's add our celery in. Let's just stir this to combine it. You know what would be good with this dinner that I did not think ahead of time? Cranberry sauce.
Oh yeah, that would be really good.
But I've been to the grocery store like 11 times in the past 2-3 days, so I'm not going back to get cranberry sauce. Just imagine cranberry sauce with this. It would be perfect. Okay, I've got a half a stick of butter, or 1/4 cup. I'm gonna melt this in the microwave. Now we are gonna chop up our turkey tenderloins. I'm gonna use my mix and chop because I think it'll work for sure. So let's shred this. If you've got chicken, you'll shred it. Now we just assemble our casserole. This is very, very simple. We're gonna put about 1/3 of this stuffing mixture on the bottom of a 9x13. That should be about good. Now we're gonna take about half of our turkey mixture with the soup and everything and go right on top of there. There we go. Now let's just do another layer. So 1/3 more of our crumbs here. This is like Thanksgiving. I'm so excited right now. The last of our turkey. And now just gonna top it with the last of our crumbs. And then finally, we're gonna take our half a stick of butter and pour that over top. Oh my goodness. We're just gonna push it down.
Mash it.
Mash
We
it.
call that mashing.
Okay, this is gonna go in the oven at 425 for about 20 minutes. Everything's already cooked, but it'll soften the celery a little bit and just get it all good and hot and ready to eat.
Thanksgiving pre-season.
Yeah, we pre-season it.
Pre-season meal here.
Yeah.
Let's see. That is good. Oh yeah, that is really good.
Is it like Thanksgiving?
It's like Thanksgiving stuffing.
Yeah.
You know, the turkey and everything, but that turkey is delicious.
So if you were having a small Thanksgiving, this would be the dish to make. Make you have some cranberry sauce on the side, maybe some sweet taters, but this would be it.
That would definitely be it. I would say that, you know, if you're using this much stuffing, maybe add a little bit more of the cream or, you know, so that you'll have like a little something to drizzle on top.
Oh, yeah.
That would be kind of cool.
Well, good.
But this is really good.
I'm excited. All right, I'm gonna dig in. Cole loves it. Let's see what I think. This is definitely Thanksgiving pre-season. It is so good. He was saying that we could do some turkey gravy on the side just to pour that over.
That would be really good.
Yeah, I agree. So if you make this one, get you some turkey gravy or make you some turkey gravy for the topping. But
and don't forget the cranberry sauce.
don't forget the cranberry sauce. You're a mess. This is delicious. Definitely make this. Another night and another stuffing casserole-ish. This one is a sausage, apple, onion stuffing casserole. The ingredients just sound wonderful and they sound super perfect for fall, so let's make it. Let's preheat our oven to 375 and we're going to preheat this large skillet, which this skillet is gonna go in the oven a little bit later to about a little over medium. But if you don't have a skillet that can go directly into the oven, you can always just transfer everything over to a casserole dish. I'm gonna use my chopper. We've got an onion and then 2 apples. The recipe calls for golden delicious apples. It's slim pickings around here trying to find anything in grocery stores since Hurricane Helene. So I found these. I believe these were, I don't even remember. Oh, Honeycrisp, which is pretty close to golden delicious. So we're going with it. We've got a medium onion. We're gonna dice this. We're about to head over to the stovetop. I've got some Italian sausage we're gonna be cooking. The recipe calls for either chicken sausage, chicken Italian sausage, or turkey Italian sausage. We're just doing pork Italian sausage because slim pickings at the grocery store. Let's go over here. So you just need half a pound. I'm gonna throw that in here and start to brown that up. Hello. Hello. That was very fun. What?
I'm watching you. I want to see this peeling action here.
Well, I told you.
See how precise.
He said you can use a potato peeler. I said I've always peeled an apple with a knife, a paring knife, always. I don't know why. I just do.
I'm gonna do this one over here, and we'll see.
Which one's better?
See which method is the fastest, most efficient way of peeling an apple.
Mine looks great.
All right, here we go. Ready? Hey, look at yonder.
Look at that.
I didn't say it wouldn't work. I just said I've always done it the other way. Y'all tell me below, do you use a peeler or do you use a paring knife
Look, I got
to
more.
peel an apple?
I even left more apple on there too. Look at that.
Whatever. Moving.
Mine's gonna be browner though
on.
at the end of the day because I have to touch it.
I'm just breaking up the sausage while it cooks. So our apples need to be diced as well. So I'm just gonna dice them in here with that onion because they're all gonna go into the pan at the same time anyway. Can't say that I've ever used this to dice apple. This is a new one for me.
Looks like it's doing a good job.
Well, figured it would. That's a lot of apple.
Sure is.
Just a little bit of quality control. We'll be right back with you. Ooh,
It'll get you now.
it will get
Better
you.
watch out.
All right, we're adding 3 tablespoons of butter in. You need to calm down, sir. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit. Okay.
Right.
Now, to that, we're gonna add our apple and onion.
Man, that's gonna be good. I can just already tell.
So we're gonna let this cook down for 5-6 minutes till everything is really soft. But we also need to add some fresh thyme in, so let's do that. So we're adding some fresh thyme leaves in here. If you've got dried thyme, that's fine too. But we're just adding in about a teaspoon of fresh thyme leaves.
I got time.
You got time for the thyme. You finish that up.
And them little leaves is just aggravating.
They are. That's why I like dried a lot of times, because thyme. Because it's just aggravating to get the little tiny leaves off.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit more.
It's gonna be all right now.
And then we need to go measure out some
You can't be rushing.
stuffing
this
mix.
now. We got plenty of time here, okay?
Haha, plenty of time.
Good job.
Yeah, got it. The instructions say to go ahead and add about a 1/2 cup of chicken broth to deglaze the pan if you need to. This pan is super non-stick, so we really don't need to deglaze because there's nothing stuck to the bottom of it. But if you've got, you know, some of that sausage stuck to the bottom, deglaze here with some chicken broth while all of this softens over the next 5-6 minutes.
You smell that?
I do smell that. It smells really good. Yeah. So the recipe calls, come over here.
Oh, just her.
The recipe calls for 2 boxes of the 6-ounce, what is that brand? Stovetop.
Yes.
But we have this, which is a 16-ounce. So we need to reduce this down. We don't need to use the whole bag. So we're gonna measure it out. We need 12 ounces. What are we on? Are we on ounces?
I don't have no idea. Small bowl.
Yeah, my bowl's too, okay, we're gonna try that again. We're gonna do over. Let's turn this off. Big one on there. Turn it back on. Should say 0. There we go. There's that.
Getting closer.
Ooh. There we go. You know what? That's almost all of it, but we're gonna go with it.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. 12 ounces.
Look, it looks a little too light on the sausage, doesn't it?
Now, whose fault is that? Let's talk about it.
It's my fault.
I said, let's use the whole pound. He was like, no, I don't want to make too much. I was like, okay. But we're following the directions. The directions said use 1/2 pound, so we're using 1/2 pound, but you can do it.
Yeah, I think you could.
Make it a little bit meatier. All right, this has been cooking for 5-6 minutes.
Be good, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's still gonna be great. We're gonna add in 2.5 cups, oh, pay attention, Mandy, of low sodium chicken broth. We're gonna turn this back up to about medium high because we want this to come up to a boil. We have a, what kind of boil, baby?
It's a boil.
No, what did you say? It needs to be
It's a bowl. It
No.
needs to be boiling.
No, what did you say? It needs to be a
A vibrant boil.
Okay. He said, it needs to be a vibrant boil. And I was
I
like,
don't know what I'm talking about.
it just needs to come to a boil, y'all. All right, so it's come to a boil. Let's turn the heat off. Whoop. And we're just gonna stir in, it says fold in the stuffing mix.
I
Look,
don't know how you fold crumbs.
I'm not real sure either, babe. But we're gonna go with it. Let's see. Start with that.
Fold them crumbs.
Look, we're gonna just whoop, fold it. Hey, I folded it.
Half a loaf of bread in there.
Now we put a lid on it. We're gonna take it off the heat and let it sit for 5 minutes. It's been about 5 minutes. So now
We're gonna what? We're gonna floof it?
we're gonna floof it with a fork.
Okay. Get the floofing.
You want to floof it? Ooh,
I guess.
it's pretty. Careful not to scrape my pan with this fork. We can't do that. We're gonna put some butter on top. You ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna put 3 or 4 tablespoons of butter on top. There we go, that's good. This is gonna go in the oven at 375 for about 15 minutes. You just wanna kind of brown it up. So that's what we're doing.
Sausage, apples, onions.
Yeah, man. That's what we're doing.
That's a combo right there for the ages.
It smells really good.
Make sure I get plenty of sausage in this now.
Ain't that much sausage, because somebody told me not to use it.
Hot. Woohoo!
Maybe we blow it off next time.
Them apples is like lava in there.
I bet they are.
Wow. But the flavor, savory, sweet.
Yeah.
And then the apples gives it kind of this, I don't know, it's like the apples and the onions kind of gives this like crisp sort of flavor.
Yeah.
But it's subtle. The apples are not like overpowering.
It's not overpowering.
No,
I was a little worried about that because it would seem like a lot of apple.
I like that.
Okay. Different.
That is really good, yeah.
Okay.
Different, but it works. Like it's really, really, really good. This would be a great stuffing alternative, you know, for your traditional stuffing at Thanksgiving. This would definitely be something that
it would hit the spot.
Yes, for
sure.
sure.
All right, I want to try it, so I'll be back. I'm ready. I'm excited, but you told me it's like lava, so I'm gonna blow it.
Be full of care.
I'm gonna blow it off. I'll see y'all in 5 minutes. Well, if you done scared me.
I mean, it's hot. I mean, that's the truth. Isn't that good?
Okay.
Did you get some sausage in there? Yeah.
Not what I was expecting. The apples are so subtle.
Yeah, it's subtle. The onions and apples together, it's like crispy, it sort of mellows out all of the savory.
Yeah. Oh, it's good.
Isn't it?
It's not overly sweet. I was scared it was going to be too sweet.
Yeah. Well, you know, the stuffing mix is already salty to begin with.
Right.
So I think the apples and the onions kind of balance that out.
It balanced it out.
For sure.
That's good.
That's good.
This is delicious, but we should have used
More sausage.
Yeah.
I find myself like, where's it at?
Looking for the sausage.
Where's the sausage? But yeah, like the more I eat it, the more I like it.
It's so good, y'all. But if you are looking for it to be a full meal, definitely use a pound of sausage. But it is so, so tasty.
Really good.
We've got one more recipe using stuffing mix. And this time I'm going back to a box of stovetop because I ran out of the other stuffing mix. I will say stovetop is not my favorite. I like the Pepperidge Farm better, but we're going with it. We just needed 1 box of the savory herb. You can use whichever kind you want, but we're gonna use this, and this is called a chicken cordon bleu casserole. If you've been around on my channel for a long time, you may remember one of my favorite recipes in the crock pot is called Swiss chicken. I've made it many, many times over the years. This reminds me a lot of that. So it's very similar, but because it's chicken cordon bleu, it also has ham. Let's get started. We're gonna preheat the oven to 350. Now the recipe calls for 3 chicken breasts. This one is really large, so I'm going with 2, but we just need to cut these into bite-sized pieces, about 1 inch or so. 1 inch. I know how to do plural. Okay, I'm gonna get that done really quickly and I'll meet you back here. Okay, that is done. Just took a couple of minutes. Now I'm gonna grab my casserole dish. Now if your casserole dish needs spraying, spray it. I don't need to because this is caraway and it's super non-stick. But we are going to place all of our chicken along the bottom of our casserole dish and then we're gonna season it. Okay, let me wash my hands and I'll be right back. So let's season our chicken with a little bit of thyme, some paprika, and some salt and pepper. Now we've got some sliced deli ham. So we just need to tear this into like 1 inch pieces and put this on top of our chicken. I think the recipe calls for 8 slices of ham, which I think is what I have, but we'll see if I need all of that. Okay, I just used 6 slices of ham. That seems to cover it pretty well. Now we're just gonna cover this with Swiss cheese. There we go. Let's move this to the side and mix up some other ingredients. So, I messed up. I thought I had cream of chicken. I didn't. The only cream of that I have in my pantry is cream of mushroom, so we're going with it. It's gonna be okay. We need a can of that. Okay, to that we'll add about 1/4 cup of milk. I should have gotten a larger bowl. No one is shocked. And let's add some seasonings to this. We've got some fresh Italian parsley as well as some fresh thyme. I need to run a knife through these really quickly before we add them in. I just poured them here together because they're both going in. So I've got the thyme and the parsley here that I'm chopping. You need about a tablespoon of parsley and about a teaspoon of thyme. So let's add that in. We're gonna add maybe a 1/4 teaspoon or so of garlic powder and just a little bit of salt and pepper. Don't need much salt for sure, but I love some pepper. Okay, let's just mix all of that together. And we're gonna spoon that over our cheese. I'm gonna spread it out as much as I can. And then we need to melt some butter to go with our stovetop stuffing mix. I've got 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I'm gonna put that in the microwave. All right, last step is to take our stovetop stuffing mix and mix it with the 6 tablespoons of melted butter and then just top our casserole with that. I'll try to cover it as well as I can. This is going in a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes.
Chicken Cordon Bleu anything in a long time.
Yeah. This reminds me a little bit of that Swiss chicken that I used to make in the crock pot.
Oh yeah?
That I've made plenty of times in the crock pot.
Let's give her a try. Mmm, that is good.
I'm so glad.
Mmm, great flavor. That ham in there with that. It's like this smoky, salty flavor. And then of course, is that cheese?
Yeah, Swiss cheese.
Mmm.
Cole has already dug into it and said it was really good.
Oh, good.
Well, I'm so glad. I'm gonna dig in and see what I think. I'll be right back. It's a little hot.
Yeah, but it's good.
Mmm.
Cheesy, smoky goodness. Mm-hmm. Mixed in with that stuffing makes just big time flavors.
There's so much going on there.
Yes.
And I don't think me using cream of mushroom hurt anything.
No, I don't think so.
You just needed that extra creaminess, so
yeah.
Sure, if you have cream of chicken, use cream of chicken, but hey, if you got cream of celery, mushroom, just use whatever.
Like you said, there's a lot of stuff going. A little crunch, a little bit of the creaminess, like you said.
Yeah, the stuffing got pretty crispy on top, which is great.
Just that herb flavor mixed in with the smoky pork. It's really good.
That one's a keeper for sure.
Definitely, yes, absolutely.
So we're gonna rank them.
This one's number 1.
This one is number 1.
Chicken Cordon Bleu.
Yep, and then I guess for me, the turkey and stuffing, like that turkey dinner one.
Yeah.
With the turkey tenderloin, that was really good.
That was coming in number 2 for sure.
And the only reason why I'm gonna say the sausage and apple one is coming in last is because there wasn't enough sausage in it.
I agree.
Yep, but other than that.
But those two are close.
Mm-hmm. Close seconds.
They're very neck and neck,
yeah.
I would say.
So definitely do more sausage, but.
This one surprised me.
Really?
Yes, I mean, it looked good on paper, you know, and looked good coming out after it was prepared and everything and the plate up, but you can't really tell because it's like encrusted in that.
Right. All you see is the stuffing.
All you see is the stuffing, but man, once you get a bite, all those layers of flavors.
Get you a bite.
Really good.
Yeah, so good.
Impressive. You did a good job.
Thanks. So let us know below which one of these you plan on trying first. And don't forget that if you go check out Seed, you can use the link in my description box. When you use code MANDY25, you can save 25% off of your first month supply, plus you'll get free shipping. We appreciate y'all being here and we'll see you next time. Bye.